Hi friends, Krista here. Thank you for stopping by Books and Jams. It is nearing the end of July and I still haven't shared with you the books that I hope to read in the month of August. So I am getting up early today before work so that I can film this and hopefully edit it during nap time and get it up today. We're going to see how well I do with that. But here I'm going to share with you the books that I hope to read in the month of August, and it is quite a stack. But I've been reading a lot lately, and hopefully I can find a bunch of these on audio, which will help me make my way through my stack. I've been doing really good with the stacks that I've made in the last couple months, and before that I did mood reading, and I was reading a ton during those months as well. So I have very high confidence that I can get through most, if not all, of these books in the month of August. So let me share with you what I've got. First off is my Patron book club pick for the month of August. It is The Memory Keeper's Daughter by Kim Edwards. I went deep into the backlist for the choices this month and picked 3 books that have been on my shelves for quite a while. And this is the one that they picked out of those 3. So I'm really excited to read this. I believe it's about a doctor who delivers his own babies, and there's twins. And the girl of the twins, there's a boy and girl twins. The girl very clearly has Down syndrome. He notices it right away when the babies are born, and he chooses to get rid of the baby and tell his wife that the second baby died. The nurse who works with him in delivering the babies is like, what are you doing? I believe she takes the baby either for herself or finds it at home. I don't know that yet. And we just kind of follow the story of this family, the grief of the mother and the doctor's guilt maybe of what his decision, the outcome of his decision. And then also this little girl who has Down syndrome and the family that takes her in. So I'm just really excited about this. I've heard some mixed things. I know a lot of people really love it. So I think it'll be some good discussion in our Patron group. And also it'll knock a book off my TBR that's been on there for quite a while. So if you are interested in reading The Memory Keeper's Daughter with my Patreon group of friends, I would love for you to check that out. There's a link in the description down below. Consider it. No pressure. You can always feel free to read it along with us anyways. But if you want to be part of the discussion and stuff, check out my Patreon page. But yeah, that's the first book, the highest priority for the month of August. Next, I have 5 buddy reads or group reads that I'm going to be working on in the month of August. The first is one that's continuing over from July, and that's Les Mis. I'm participating with a handful of other booktubers for the Les Mis Along 2021. I am nearing the halfway point. We've currently finished book 1 and book 2, or not book 1 and book 2. We've currently finished the section about Fantine and Cosette. Next up is Marius, and I'm really excited to continue this reread of Les Mis. It's been a lot of fun. I love this story so much. Story of redemption and forgiveness, and oh, it's just so good. I love it so much. So I will continue to work on this. This goes until the middle of September. So this is kind of like a constant in my weekly reading plans. The next buddy read I have, I'll be doing with Amy Bowman from her channel, Amy Bowman. And this is the second book in the Keepers of the Lost Cities series. We read the first book together in July, and this one is Exile, and it's book 2. We're going to continue following Sophie in her adventures. This is by Shannon Messenger. I really enjoyed reading with Amy and look forward to continuing this series. And because it's a sequel, I'm not going to tell you too much more about it. And I don't know. So I'm going into that one totally blind. But I hear that the series continues to get better and better as you go. So that's kind of fun. Another group read that I'll be doing in the month of August is another reread for me, and that is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. There's a read-along hosted by Book Cara and A-Star Reads. I will link their videos about it down below. For the next 4 months, they're going to be reading the Lunar Chronicles. So Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter over the course of August, September, October, and November. And I have been talking with Amanda at A Curly Reader and Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand about rereading this series anyways this year. And so when we saw that there was a read-along already happening, we're like, let's hop on that train and shed some support for some smaller booktubers that are doing a fantastic read-along. They've set up a Discord, and I'm really excited to read it with other people. So this is a sci-fi retelling of Cinderella. And whenever I saw that cover, when I first heard about this book, I was like, there's no way I'm reading a book about a robot girl. Like, look at her foot. It's got mechanics in there. But I absolutely loved it. When I finally picked it up, I flew through the series the first time around, and I'm really excited to reread it. It's been 5 years because I read this just before starting my booktube channel. So I started in April, and I think I read this in February, March, and April. So this is one of the first books that I read because of booktube. So I'm really excited to kind of revisit that and yeah, just have fun reading through that series again. So that's exciting. I have 2 more buddy reads. I am reading Stars Over Sunset Boulevard by Susan Meisner with Jamie, one of my subscribers. And I'm really excited. I've buddy read with Jamie before and we really enjoyed it. So I have had a goal this year of reading all of the Susan Meisner books on my shelves, and I haven't yet read any. I did read one, but it was from the library, so it didn't really help me towards my goal. So I'm really excited to get working on that goal and read one of the books of Susan Meisner's that I own. Susan Meisner writes fantastic historical fiction, and in this one we have dual timelines, a present day timeline and also a 1938 timeline. And Violet had this dream of being a wife and a mom, and that didn't work out. She ends up getting a job on the set of Gone with the Wind. So it's going to take place in Hollywood, and movie making is going to be a big part of it, and I'm just really excited that it takes place on the set of Gone with the Wind, which is a movie that I loved when I was much younger. So yeah, I just feel like this is going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be definitely fun reading with Jamie again. And the next book I have checked out from the library. It's a really old copy, and honestly I can't find where I wrote down who I was reading this with, but I put it on hold at the library right away because I'm pretty sure we said August. This is Homegoing by Cynthia Voigt. It's the first in the series. Is it Caddy Woodlawn or Missing May? I think it's Caddy Woodlawn. I can't remember even now. The Newbery book that is the 3rd in the series. So we wanted to start at the beginning. This is Homegoing. So it is a middle grade, but it's pretty dense for a middle grade. If it was you that I talked about reading this with, I'm so sorry that I can't find where I wrote it down, but please remind me in the comments because I do have Homegoing checked out from the library and I'm ready to go with that buddy read. So sorry. So these are all of my definite reads for August, and I am really excited about all of those, but I do of course have some more because I read more than 6 books a month. So I have 2 books here that are part of my newest 5-star predictions from my NetGalley. So I have The Elephant's Girl by Celesta Remington and The Forest of Vanishing Stars by Kristen Harmel. I believe both of these are going to be pretty quick reads. Everybody who's told me about The Forest of Vanishing Stars, who's already read it, has absolutely loved it and flew through it in just a couple days. And then this is a middle grade. So I know that these will be pretty quick reads. I'm really hoping to get to both of them in August. That would be awesome because I'm really excited for both of them. And I'm really hoping that they're both 5 stars. And then I do have a 5-star prediction from my previous 5-star predictions video, which was, I don't know, last October or November. Way too long ago. I need to finish it. I thought that the Amy Harmon book, What the Wind Knows, was my last 5-star prediction, but when I actually went back and looked at my list, it's The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. So I'm really hoping to get to this one. And then when I was looking at my book of the month shelf, because this is a book of the month book, I was like, oh, I really also want to get to these ones. So I'm putting these on my TBR as well. Project Hail Mary, I've just heard so much praise for in the last couple weeks, and I'm very, very eager to get to it. I loved The Martian. I know some people are really not talking about the summary of this one because they say that a lot of people have been giving away too much information. So I'm not really going to give you anything. I just know what happens in space. And I believe there's a teacher that ends up in space. Something, I don't really know. But I've heard so much praise for it. And then also because I haven't read a thriller in a really long time, and I just have kind of been feeling the urge to pick up a thriller. So I'm throwing The Maidens by Alex Michaelides on my TBR for the month as well. So in addition to all those buddy reads, I would really love to get to these ones as well. So there are 10 books for sure, and then Les Mis 11 that carries over. And I've been reading like 15 or 16 or 17 or 20 books a month in the last couple months. So it's very possible that I can get through this whole stack. That would be awesome. I will have one more addition to my TBR after tonight's Zoom with my higher level patrons, because they always recommend a book for me and I throw them all in a bucket and I pick one out. So whatever that book is will be added to my TBR. I just don't know what that is yet, and I wanted to get this video out today. So I would love to chat with you down below. What are you most excited to read in August? Have you read any of these ones that are on my pile? Yeah, what are you most looking forward to reading? I'm just very excited about all of these books. It's always so fun to make a TBR every month. I just love it so much. yeah, so I'm really excited for these books. I would love to chat with you in the comments below. Again, if you're the buddy reader who's reading Homegoing with me, please let me know. And that's it for today. So let's chat down below. Check out all the links for the read-alongs, and my Patron group and everything else is going to be linked down below. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will definitely be chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.